Huh, surprise, we started early. That was a. I apologize. Usually it doesn't take that much work to make it work, but I mean, OBS updated, so maybe it's just. I'm happy. To be fair, I did have my volume all the way up because that was also loud, but the music was just like really, really loud. So, anyway, hi everyone. I hope you're having a good day today. I also forgot to post all my ads and stuff because I was so wild in about that. So just give me 1 second here. Um, I did that thing again today where I was like, I got all my I have a checklist now. So I got all my like checklist things done for before my stream, except like one thing, and I was like, oh, I could just like do that at the end. And then all of a sudden it was like 9:55, and I was like, oh, I hadn't done nothing. So you see how that happens sometimes. Yeah, OBS is being a little funky since the update, but it's okay. Okay, everything's good. Here we are. Oh, sippy, sippy, sippy. This is my first Mindset Monday. That's exciting. So I thought I'd try a little bit of different formatting today. I'm trying new things. Oh, sorry, that was only one sippy. Where I think I'll talk about stuff for a while first, and then we'll just play, Slime Rancher for the rest, rather than, like, going back and forth. We're gonna try that. I'm trying new things. So, I'll do some talk for a bit, and then we'll do some Slime Rancher. That was 2 sippies. Oh, there's a Smash character reveal? Hope it's Waluigi. Alright, so today I think we're gonna talk about communication. I made this the PowerPoint for it last night at like 9 o'clock because I spent all day like hanging out with my family and stuff. I hope you guys had a good Father's Day. I hope you felt appreciated if you're a father. Slime Rancher is therapeutic, very appropriate. Yeah, I've been liking it. It's just like more of a relaxed game. It doesn't ow. Doesn't require as many of my brain cells, and like if you just hang out for a while, it doesn't really, nothing goes wrong. So, which is what we want, because there's no like food or anything like that. So I made this wonderful little PowerPoint today. I was trying to get the transform thing to work, but it just refused to. So we're gonna have to deal with that. But I guess we'll just get right into it. We'll just get right in there. So here's I made this pretty new template because I actually got PowerPoint on this on my nice computer now. Tell me he's a coward. I had good food. My back hurts from working all day with the wrong shoes on. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah. I made cookies for my dad because he loves cookies. We call it Daddy's Day. I don't know. I don't know about that one. I like Dad's Day. And I like went to see my grandparents briefly and stuff like that, which was very nice. So it was a nice day, although I wasn't as productive as I hoped to be, but that's okay because sometimes you have days like that, and it was still a good, very Papa payday. All right. So, basically, what I wanted to do for kind of these like chats was I wanted to talk about stuff, like theme them around stuff that was going on in my life that week. So this week, the big topic in my house, actually not just like for me, but in my whole house with my family, has been good communication, and what is good communication and how do you foster good communication. I also would like to point out, at a certain point of me writing out this PowerPoint, my brain just stopped working and I kept writing communication without the first I. So I just write communication, and so it might be in here somewhere. You get points if you notice one, if you notice a typo. I'll take that. Commune. Yeah, it's all about communing. Whoops. God, I just doubled my finger just had like a spasm and I double tapped. Alright, so we're gonna do a quick recap of last week in case you weren't here or anything like that. So the things we talked about last week was one, we talked more about working with excuses and like pushing through your excuses and like getting started and how that's the biggest step. Pappy's Day Out. And then we talked a bit about, what do you do when bad things happen? Because that was something that I was dealing with, where I had that whole like frustrating thing where my computer just wouldn't work, and it was a stream I was really excited for and had hyped up a bit, and then like everything just kind of fell apart and I felt awful. And sort of how like my method of getting out of that. My dad works all day every Father's Day, so no going out. Aw, well, you can have another Father's Day thing. And then the other thing we talked about was like when good things happen, and how do you like kind of keep your head from getting too big from it, but also being able to capitalize it and enjoy it at the same time. So we'll get right into the next bit, which is what is communication, which is the theme for today. So according to Google, one of the definitions, like the one that fit best, is the exchanging of information and news. And Wikipedia said it's the act of conveying meanings. And in my opinion, like what communication means for me, and like the kind of communication I want to focus on today, is the kind that is the basis of intimacy and connection with people. You're right, gonna take him fishing. Can I come? Can I come on your dad fishing trip? So, now we're gonna move on like to what's connection, because again, communication can mean like a lot of different things. My sort of current opinion that I've thought of is like it seems like people either usually communicate like for information or for connection. Like those seem to be the two kind of things. And we're going to talk about more about the connection one, because like the art of getting across information in like an objective way is kind of a separate thing. It sort of relates, but it's a little bit different. So connection is, according to Merriam-Webster, it is the art of connecting. And in my opinion, connection is sort of like understanding people and like really seeing them and being able to develop a closer relationship with them because of it. In my opinion, good communication is when you have a conversation with someone and you come away from it feeling more connected to them than you were before. That's a good conversation. And then like a bad conversation would be one where you come away from it feeling less connected to the person. So like you didn't feel heard, or you felt like they were very critical of you, or like whatever. So that's kind of the way I look at it. For me, that's what it means. So one of the first thing we're going to talk about is, this is sort of divided up into two halves, which is good communication with other people and then good communication with yourself. And some of the principles are kind of the same, but they're also kind of different. And basically we're going to talk about like how do you use communication to foster better relationships with other people and just like make your life easier and also how to like improve your relationship with yourself through good communication. So we're going to start with good communication with others, because I feel like that's honestly an easier one to get your head around. And once we kind of go through the principles, like they might be easier to apply when we get to the like communicate with yourself thing. So the points we're going to focus on for good communication with others is listening to be heard, giving space for emotions, learning how people connect, and understanding when it's not about you. Those are my 4 points. And we'll start with all about listening. So one of my biggest like one of the things for me that makes some of the worst conversations is if you've ever been in a conversation with someone and you kind of feel like they're doing all of the talking and you wonder if they like even really need you for this conversation, because they're not really letting you get a word in or anything like that. Like those are very draining conversations for me when somebody else is doing like 75% of the talking, or like even like 90% of the talking. Those are awful. Those suck. And just so we're clear, this is stuff, all of the points we're gonna get on today is like stuff that both you can improve on and you can encourage other people to improve on, but I'm gonna focus more on the like what you can improve on, because it's much easier to work on yourself, and also the better you understand these principles, the better you can encourage that behavior in other people. So I'm going to talk about quite a few things, and they may or may not apply to the way you communicate, but I think it's always good to sort of be like, well, this is a thing that discourages connection with people, and sort of try to run what you tend to do through the filter of like, is that something that applies to me? Is that something I need to work on? So my forehead's quite shiny right now, I think, because I put moisturizer on earlier. Anyway, it's fine. But the one of the like basic concepts of a good conversation, and one you probably have heard a lot of times, is you have to listen to people. Good conversation is more about listening than it is about talking. And practicing listening can be really hard, because our minds tend to just be so busy, so that it can be hard to like sit down and focus on what someone's saying. So the first kind of point is conversations are a give and take thing. If you want to be listened to, you have to listen to other people. If you find that you feel like people often don't listen to you, one of the things you can look at is like, well, how often are you genuinely listening to other people? And some people don't know how to listen. So it like, through the same lens of that, if you're having a conversation where you don't feel like you're being heard, is it because you're not even being able to say what you want to say, or is it because you just feel like the other person isn't listening to you, like they're not engaging with you? So those are like, sorry to disturb, a question: will we be covering healthy argumentation in this, or is this a separate topic? I can talk about exclamation point. I can talk about that. I don't know if I like made a slide directly for that, but like, let me like spoiler this really quick. I mean, we are like gonna cover like, how do you express sort of like negative feelings to people that are maybe even like kind of about them, and how to do that in a healthy way, and how to listen to people in a healthy way. So yes, I think we are going to cover that. But if there's anything you feel like I didn't make a point about that you would like to talk about, like, absolutely let me know. I'm always interested to hear other people's perspectives. But again, so just to summarize the last point I made. So if you don't feel heard in a conversation, you need to evaluate if you are talking too much and not listening, which makes the other person not want to listen to you, or if the other person is taking over the conversation and not allowing space for you to talk. And we'll talk about that a little bit more later, just about like, again, what you can control and what you can't control, and sometimes you just have to get yourself out of the conversation. Anyways, and this is a really important thing that I feel like I even get caught up in sometimes, because it can be hard not to, but to really properly listen to people, you need to kind of quiet down your mind and focus on what they're saying. Because I feel like what people, including me, tend to do is, as someone's talking, you're already formulating your response, or you're already thinking about what you want to say, or worse, you're thinking about something completely different, so you're only half engaged in the conversation. And it's really easy to do that, and it takes practice to notice when you're doing it and kind of bring your focus back to what people are saying. It just helps you be in the moment, and thus it helps you connect better with people. And people can often tell when you're kind of going off into space. Yeah, quiet your mind. That's another thing we'll talk about more when we're talking about communication with ourselves, because that's a really important step to be able to do that. So listening is about hearing other people. Good communication is about listening. It's about focusing on one thing, and that is that conversation with that person. And then, so the next thing, and this is kind of getting into the like more like high emotion conversations, like the listening one, it's kind of just like, you can apply that to any conversation, but now we are gonna gonna kind of get into the more emotionally charged conversations, and this is a lot of stuff that I have experienced and dealt with, and thus want to talk about it. So, hi, I'm here, but I'm working, so got you in the background. No problem. I mean, I just have this little PowerPoint up anyway. You can just listen, so it's all good. But something that's super important is giving space for people's emotions. So one thing that this is something I have had to teach to myself, and something that I think we have to remind ourselves about other people. Did Emily call you a coward for me? But all feelings are valid. And what I mean by that, she normally calls me a coward, so you have to be specific. So what I mean by all feelings are valid is feelings are basically like an internal representation, or sorry, like they're a representation of what's going on in you. So, like, if someone does something and it upsets you, it's about you, it's not about them. Can you call her a coward for me since she didn't call you a coward for me? Please and Ty. But like in no situation is there ever a wrong way to feel. You've arrived. Hi, River. Welcome. We're talking about communication, and we're talking about emotions. You were told there would be cookies. I don't have any cookies. I gave them all to my dad. Anyway, but basically, in any situation, there is no wrong way to feel. And that goes for you, and that goes for other people. Because, like, I'm someone who is very sensitive, and for a very long time, I would get upset about things, and I would be like, okay, that's really dumb. And then I would just be like, I'm not going to get upset about that because it's dumb. But then I would just simmer the upsettedness instead of just like letting it out and dealing with it and acknowledging it. And so, like, you don't want to push down your own feelings, and you don't want to push down other people's. Because even if you think that someone's feelings are completely disproportionate to what happened, you have to remember that it's about what's going on with them, and it's not about you. She was confused. And this is another thing, this next point. This is something I often do, and I don't mean to. But when people express upset to us, we often default to wanting to solve the problem for them. Some of the people in my life that I love the most and I think are very emotionally intelligent still do this. Like my mother. Where, like, this kind of comes back to, if you were here last week, we talked about, like, how do you deal with, like, when bad things happen. And one really important step is letting yourself be upset. And, like, Sam. Yeah, Sam is also one who likes to do this sometimes. He's getting better at it, though. But we tend to just want to, like, work on stuff immediately or get other people to work on stuff immediately, when you often just need to give yourself space to feel that, and thus you need to give others people space to feel that too. So, because for me, there's a difference between processing through a feeling, which means, like, I'm in it, I'm upset, I have to feel it, I have to, like, let it run its course. And so in that moment when I'm just, like, talking about stuff and I don't want problem solving, I just want someone to listen, it can feel very bad if you want listening and what you're getting is someone going, well, why didn't you do this? And you could do this, and you should do this. Like, it just makes me personally feel like I'm not heard. So there's a difference between being in the step of processing emotions versus being in the step of working on it. And oftentimes when people are sort of, like, maybe, like, talking to you about something and maybe like doing a little rant, most of the time what they want from you is they want you to listen. They want to feel heard. They don't want you to solve their problems for them. This is something I definitely have trouble with because as a very empathetic person, I don't like feeling like I can't help. I don't like when other people are upset because it bothers me. And so I just want to help make them not upset so I don't have to be upset. I remember one time I told Kyle I wanted the vent and something and not advice, and the next time he vented to me, I was realizing I was doing the same thing. Yeah, that's definitely something I've gone through too. Like, I'm pretty good now at being like, hey, I see that you're like kind of doing the problem solving thing. Like, I just want you to listen right now. And then I realize that I often also default to being like, oh, well, you could do this, and like maybe you should, like, I'm like, oh, yeah. Which is also why it's good. And again, we'll talk about this more. It's good communication also means like checking in frequently with people. Um, and that's kind of the next point. So, learning how people connect is super important. And this is another thing I experience in my own life because it's like sometimes there are some people who are always open to advice, um, and people who don't want advice at all. And there's people, like in my examples, who feel good and related to when once they are done talking, like you are like, oh yeah, something like kind of similar happened to me like this. And some people, when if you talk about your own experiences, they feel more like you're making it about yourself. And then again, it's like some people want lots of engagement from you and like lots of response to make like to feel like you're listening, and some people don't need much response to feel like you're listening. And some people want reassurance through it. Like, it's just like basically what I'm saying is people are different, and what works for some people doesn't work for other people. And the best thing you can do, and this is something I'm still working on, something my I'm working on with my mom and like a lot of other people, is like, if you're not sure, like, you want to notice what you're doing. And like, in my opinion, if you're not sure, the best thing to do is just listen. And I have sort of gotten it down to like, there's like 3 phrases I'll like say over and over again when someone's like ranting to me or something like that. They're just my like, I'm listening to you and I just want to give you space to like rant, but I just have my 3 phrases and I kind of say them over and over again. Yeah, like, I'll just be like, yeah, I totally get that. Like, oh, that must be hard. Like, I understand. Like, just very short things that are validating, I hope. But again, like, this also goes for like a lot of things in life, not just communication, but just a lot of things where it's like, if you're not positive that what they want is advice or reassurance or whatever, like, just ask. That's fair, yeah. That's fair is a good one. I get that a lot. Or like variations on that. Because like people appreciate it when, and it can make it like very clear for you if you're like, hey, like, do you want me to just listen right now? Like, do you want advice? Like, what's up? And they'll usually tell you. And then you're all set. And then you have taken the time to sort of reach out and foster that connection so you're responding in a way that is helpful to them. I like to throw in a meow. That's how they know I'm invested. Because this is something I think I come back to later. I made this very quickly and like I don't know. I know I made points, but I don't know where they are. Maybe it's on the next one. Oh yeah, it is on the next one. Cool. We'll go to the next one then. Um this is I'm gonna skip the last point, we'll get back to the other points. But oftentimes it's like when you feel the need to offer advice or someone, like, or I say correct people, and what I mean is like, if you're like, hey, like, you're way overreacting and you feel the need to be like, hey, you're overreacting, consider why you feel the need to do that. I'll have to run off to a meeting, but I'll keep the stream up. I appreciate that. I'm always here. Yeah, you guys are good listeners. Because, like, whether or not it's evident to you, we are still getting something out of it if we are Like, even if you're supporting someone else, you are still getting value from that, because either you're like, you might be connecting more with them, or if you feel the need, like you have to offer advice and you need to problem solve, what you're doing is you're trying to relieve the stress on yourself. And in that moment, supporting people sometimes means putting aside whatever's going to make you feel better and just doing what is going to make them feel better. You don't want to do that 100% of the time, but it is a good skill to have. You don't want to overdo it, but it's good to recognize if it's like, is this something that's helping me or helping them? And when you're trying to support someone, you want to go for the helping you. And when you want someone to support you, sometimes you need to sort of do the opposite, to be like, hey, like, that's not really helpful right now. I remember having a conversation with someone, and I was like doing a little venting, and they were like trying to offer advice, and I was like, hey, like, that's not really helpful right now. And they kind of said something like, oh yeah, well, it's helping me, or like, I just want to feel like I'm helping. And I'm like, if you want, like, if you're doing it because you want to feel like you're helping but you're not actually helping, like, that is the opposite of productive. Another thing that maybe we can cover later, maybe how to encourage someone you care about to communicate with you. I'm not phrasing it right. Yeah, totally. We can talk about that. I think this was, yeah, I was gonna kind of get to my recap, but we can talk a little more about that. Like, this, some of the stuff does come back to that, which is like, if you want someone to communicate more with you, you need to practice listening a lot without judgment. You need to make lots of space for their emotions. And something that's really important is we connect with people the best through vulnerability. And so practicing your own vulnerability and making sort of a safe space for other people to be vulnerable is essential to that. Because if other people are vulnerable with you and then you shut them down, they're not going to be vulnerable with you again. And not shutting them down looks like lots of listening, validating their emotions even if you don't agree, and sort of the other things I'm saying, which is like, ask them what they need. That, I think that all is pretty encouraging. And also, you like getting better with your own communication. You know, people are, as social creatures, we tend to like sort of mirror what other people do. If someone is very open with you about things, you tend to be more open with them too. And if someone tends to shut you down, you tend to shut them down more too, I think. So, yeah. And then we'll go on to the little recap, wherever it went off to. Oh, there's the recap. So, a little recap for you. So, how to encourage others to communicate with you and how to improve your communication with them is, listening is the most important skill you can have. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. That too. Oh god. Allow feelings to exist without judgment and validate them. And then ask people what they need or want. It's not, honestly, the principles that it comes down to, they're not that difficult. Listen without judgment and ask what people need. And then do it repeatedly for a very long time. Indefinitely, actually. Just do it forever. And then I just wanted to, before we move on to the next thing, I wanted to talk about protecting yourself from bad communication, because like me as a people pleaser, I tend to go overboard with stuff. Like most things that it's like, oh, people, like, you should do this and this is a good thing to do, I tend to take it to the extreme, to the point where it harms me. So I wanted to take a quick dip backwards. So listening, again, it's super duper important. It's a really good skill to practice. But listening does not mean you become a hostage to the conversation. It does not mean if someone is taking up 90% of the conversation and like you don't feel like you're getting to say anything. That is not good communication, and it is totally appropriate to stop listening to that person, cut the conversation off as quickly as possible and move on. Now, like, again, this is more about how you're feeling, because it's like sometimes if someone is like venting to you or something like that, it might be they're doing 90% of the talking and you do need to listen. But if you're kind of are feeling or having that feeling where it's like, I want to get out of the conversation and I can't get out of this conversation, and they're like continuing to talk, and even though I'm trying to get a word in to be like, hey, like, I'm done, like, that's a different thing. So it's about how you feel. And along with that, it's like, so respect your emotional limits. This is like, again, we talked about, most of what we talked about was like, how do you accommodate like someone who's wants to have a conversation with you while their emotions are kind of running high. And if you want to have a conversation with someone where you're going to do something like ranting, it is never a bad idea to also check in with them, to be like, hey, are you okay if I like rant to you for a bit? Because like, it's important to respect people's emotional limits. Like, this is also something I think I need to work on more, although I do feel like if you have a pretty good sense of people, and like you sort of have an understanding that it's okay to do that, and the other person will tell you like, hey, I don't have the emotional space to like hear any more of this right now. But especially when you're like working towards good communication, like, just check in with people about lots of stuff, because it is totally okay if someone's like, hey, can I rant to you or something, that if you're like, I honestly, like, I'm not having a good day and like I just don't have it to give right now, that is okay, and you have to respect that. Because like, good communication and being a good listener is also knowing about when you don't have the energy or the mental space to listen. That's very important. And again, this like the listening and being a conversation hostage and like, where's the line, is it comes down to like, what are you getting out of this? So again, like, any conversation, even if someone is ranting to you and you're just listening, like, you might still be like, you're getting connection with them and you are like being able to support someone that you want to support. That's really good. You might be able to learn more about someone else. People respect your listening more if you say when you can't listen as well, I find. You can put more trust in the listener. Yeah. And that, I feel like that principle kind of goes for a lot of things in relationships, where it's like, if you practice telling them when something's not okay, or when you've had enough, or like whatever, then people feel a lot more confident like doing things. Basically. Like, if like, say you want to do something but you're not sure if your significant other is okay with it or not, and you like ask them and they're like, nope, yep, it's fine, and you're like, okay, and then you do it and then they're unhappy. It's like, that feels awful because you tried your best and they didn't do good communication with you. Whereas it's like, if you are like, hey, like, is this okay? And they're like, yep, and I'll tell you if I like change my mind. And then if they do change their mind, or like something doesn't feel good, if they tell you, like, that makes you feel a lot more secure. That like, that's what it is. Because like, how do I, it's like reliability. If you can rely on someone that they will tell you when something is not okay, then you get to believe them every time they say it is okay, and thus you don't have to deal with all of the stress of like, well, they say it's okay but I worry it's not okay. Like, like, that's good communication to practice. Saying, like, being able to say no to people, especially people you love. It's a good thing to practice, especially if you're a people pleaser person like me. You know, like, I think it's like this goes for like this is all kind of just covering like consent. This is all like consent. The better people are at saying no when they mean it, the stronger and better their yes is, basically. Remember, it's not your job to fix a bad communicator either. If they want to fix the problem, they should start by telling you. Yeah, I agree with that. I think there's like kind of a delicate balance, and this is again something I'm working on too, where it's like I've been pushing people more and more to improve, but I'm not trying to like take over and try to fix them. I'm just trying to push them to do the work themselves, and I'm here to support them if they want to do the work. But you can't do the work for other people. If you have done your best to create an environment where open communication is easy and feels good, and you have done your best and you have encouraged the other person to do the same, it is still up to them whether to do it or not. And that comes back to like protecting yourself from bad communication, because some people get stuck in a place where they just don't want to do the work. And sometimes you just have to let those people go. So it's tough. But you can only control what you can control. And I do think sometimes we do, well, not that we need, but it can be very helpful to have pushes from other people, which is why I do it. Wow. You don't want to take over. You can't force somebody to improve themselves. You can only support them and encourage them. Sippy! More Sippy! Alright, so now the next thing we're going to talk about is communication with yourself. And this is kind of like in my opinion, communication with yourself is like, I seem like I needed a sippy. Thank you. So we did talk about like communication with others first, but in my opinion, like communication with yourself is like the core, and then from that you can build good communication with others, because it's the same thing as like if you tell people things are okay when they're not, that's not good communication. And if you tell, and that often comes from telling yourself something it's okay when it's not. So we're going to talk about communication with yourself. And so, again, these kind of are the same principles with a little bit extra, which is communication with yourself requires developing a quiet place, creating a good listening environment, opening the door and allowing emotion in, and then acceptance and hyping yourself up. So, kind of back to the same, like, listening thing, the very first step to listening is to shut up, basically. And we kind of have to do that with our brain. Our world is already designed to be, it's really loud, there's always so much going on, like, there's just so much to process all of the time that it can be super easy to just feel like our mind is buzzing all of the time. And you can't listen without developing quiet. And in my opinion, the best way to do it, I'm open to other ideas, but this is the way I do it, and the way I encourage other people to do it is through meditation, because at the base of it, meditation is sort of an exercise for your mind where you practice being quiet. That's what it is. You practice quieting down your mind, which is the first step to being able to listen to yourself and deal with everything that's going on in there. Because often our brains can feel like, you know, like a 10-lane highway where there's just so many like thoughts going by in every direction, and you feel like your attention is being pulled in 1,000 different directions, and it can be rough. And meditation practices are usually like about quiet and focusing on one thing, like often it's your breath, and noticing when thoughts happen and then just letting them go. So something I've been doing, so I use Headspace. I use the Headspace app for my meditation because I really like it. It gives you good little guided meditations. But then the last little bit, actually, what I've been doing is I go sit outside and I set my timer for like, I've been doing like 5 minutes lately. And I just practice being quiet and being in the moment and noticing when thoughts happen and then just letting them go. And it makes me feel really good. I always feel better after I meditate. And I've been slowly trying to ramp up the amount of time I do it. And actually, like last night, I had a moment where I was like pretty seriously triggered by something because there's a couple things that just do that. And I was like, I had to like go through, and it felt really awful. And I was able to calm down. And this was right before I was going to sleep. And I was like, part of me was like, oh no, I'm not going to be able to get to sleep because my mind's going to do that thing where it's just like going around and around like a hamster on a wheel, like, and I won't be able to like calm down enough to sleep. But I think because I've been practicing meditation so much and practicing focusing on just breathing or, you know, how like your body feels and stuff like that, that I was able to let it go and I could sleep. And I was amazed, frankly. So highly recommend meditation. I use Headspace. It is a paid app. I'm sure there's other things you can use online. You can also do it with nothing. You can do it without any guidance. And I feel like a lot of people don't think meditation's for them for whatever reason. My sister's one of those people. We're working on that. She's a very like go 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 kind of person, is not very good at sitting still, which is precisely why she needs to do it. But the thing about meditation is you can literally start by doing it with like it for 1 minute. You can absolutely spare 1 minute out of your day to sit in silence or to listen to something guiding you through an exercise. Like, there's no excuse to not do it in my book. Anyways, that's my pushing meditation thing. But I highly recommend it. Now, the next thing is, my favorite part about this is, sorry, just as an aside, you can see up here I had like good, like kind of informative titles. And then as we get further down, I started to like lose my mind and the titles just got dumber and dumber. Anyways, so once you're able to have kind of a quiet place and you have sort of like, oh, what's the term? Like, I can't think of it, but it's like when you're a painter and you have like a fresh canvas. Maybe that's what it is. Like a blank canvas. That's what it is. Once you have a blank canvas, then you can start like really honing in on the loudest voices in your head. And by which I mean like we frequently we tell ourselves stuff all the time that I just realized that this has been down this whole time and I don't need it to be down, but it's okay. I'll take it off. It's bothering me. But we tell ourselves stuff all of the time and often we don't even realize we're doing it. So it can be stuff like, I don't have time, or like, why is this person so frustrating, or just like anything like that. And noticing when you have these thoughts is the first step towards like working with them and being able to like stop giving them power over you. Pretty much everything we tell ourselves is a story, which means you can change it. And so one of the things with this is like, sometimes you just find one thought and you just sit with it for a long time. You notice it, you sit with it for a long time. And one thing you can think about is like, how do you feel when you believe that little voice? And often, like, this is also a thing that goes along with like kind of ingrained habits, like wanting to offer advice without even like, and stuff like that, is the first thing you can do to like change those kind of habits is notice you're doing them. You have to go from doing it unconsciously to doing it like semi consciously before you can even begin to work on it. So the first step of working with all the bad thoughts in your head is just to notice when they're happening and how they make you feel. I was losing it by this point. Anyways, so this is the same sort of principle that goes along with listening to others, which is once you have like noticed a feeling several times and like you're like, okay, I found a thought or like a feeling that's like really I want to work on that one. You need to like let it happen first of all, just so you can sort of see where you're at and see how it makes you feel and stuff. And you need to do that without judging yourself, without trying to go into problem solve immediately, and without trying to rationalize it. One thing we do is we rationalize our feelings after the fact. We get upset or we feel some way and we sort of look through our like environment to be like, what made me feel that way? And then we rationalize it. When the truth is, we don't ever fully understand why a feeling is happening. So, like when you notice a bad thought and you're like, oh, it makes me feel this way, like, or like, this is how I feel in that situation or when I'm having that thought. Like, you just need to sit with it. And most growing in life happens when you're uncomfortable. The more willing you are to lean into the discomfort caused by your own feelings, the easier it becomes to work on them. And this is why people don't like change. And it's why people will remain with the same detrimental habits for their whole lives, because it's uncomfortable to try to change, and it's uncomfortable to realize that it's all sort of you doing it. It's much easier to decide that, you know, you're a victim of every circumstance and there's nothing you can do about it. It's easier to blame other people and blame circumstances and blame anything but yourself, because it gives you permission to not have to change anything and thus to not be uncomfortable, which is not a good way to live. Sometimes you just gotta accept the feels, that's right. Because the thing to me is like, people suffer so much already, and in an attempt to avoid like conscious suffering, they just keep allowing themselves habits that make them suffer. It's a strange thing. Why? Who messaged me on Discord? What is this? Okay. Again, this is something like that's good to remember about yourself and about, what do I have? Oh, I see. It was added. It's a Chimera notification is what that was. I always have a moment where I'm like, is it Sam like messaging me to tell me there's something horribly wrong with my stream? Anyways. Catastrophizing. But something that's important to remember with yourself and other people is that feelings are just like reflections of your overall perception. And they're not like reality necessarily. I'm not saying they're not real. I'm just saying that just because, you know, you think someone handling something a certain way is wrong doesn't mean it's wrong. Which is, I mean, I really just wish in the world generally that people would realize that just because they don't agree with something doesn't mean they have to tell everyone and insist that people stop doing it. I mean that in terms of like people who think gay relationships are wrong and stuff. Like, I do think you have to fight for what you believe is right, but I believe that policing other people when they're not harming anyone is not useful at all. It's frustrating. Frustrating, complicated time. Anyways, so you have to in order to listen to yourself, you have to approach it the same way you listen to other people, which is without judgment, without problem solving, without demanding rationalization or wondering why you have to feel like that. And then honesty and acceptance. So we don't get to pick our circumstances. We don't get to pick, like, oftentimes we don't even get to pick sort of a lot of the bases for our disposition. Like, some people are just naturally more empathetic, and some people are naturally more, what's the word? More not predispositioned, something. Some people are more likely to fall into addiction, and some people are more likely to have anger problems, like, just due to a lot of different things. But the thing is that you're not just your circumstances or your biology. They're still a part of you, and you do need to accept them. But you're not like a prisoner to your circumstances or your biology. You can work with all of it. And basically, like, predisposed, maybe that's the word I was looking for, yeah. Predisposed to addiction as well. And then there's this is a human errors principle, which is the principle of too bad. And this is basically, it's something I really enjoy, because it's like sometimes you have to, like, kick your own butt, and sometimes you have to be like it sucks when you're like, I don't like, why do I feel like this? I don't like feeling like this sucks. And sometimes you just have to be like, all right, too bad, I'm gonna deal with it, you know? And that goes for a lot of things, like all the things we can't change about ourselves, which is your circumstances and your biology and the way something makes you feel in a moment. You don't get to choose those things, but you get to choose what you do with them. Hi, warrior girl. Thank you for the giving me the word I was looking for. Can always count on you for that. But yeah, that's my too bad principle, which is sometimes you have to kick your own butt. Butt kicking time. And that sometimes, if people are willing, you have to kick their butts too. Which is, and this goes back to the thing where it's like, Sam did this to me when I was being like, oh, I wish I didn't want to be a streamer, a YouTuber. I wish I wanted to be something like a scientist or whatever. And he was just like, too bad. And I was like, that's a fair point. Yeah, don't pile on. I will say, like, this is again something, the butt kicking thing is again something where it's like, it's good to check with people before you go into, Sam beat me up. And I'm a streamer, so. But I mean, like, it's just one of those things too where it's like, you can, like, sometimes people need tough love, but you want to check with them first to make sure that's an okay thing for you to do, you know? Sometimes you need tough love from yourself too. Most of the time you need gentle love, but occasionally you need tough love. And then there's hyping yourself up, which is my favorite thing to do. So there's this, like, a lot of people have the belief that they're, like, not attractive, or they're not, like, good at stuff, or, like, so on and so forth. And, like, a lot of people have complimented me on my confidence. But here's the thing, is that confidence is not an inherent trait. I had good circumstances to nurture my confidence, but it's not just something you have or you don't. It's a muscle. You work on it. When you start working on it, it's uncomfortable and it doesn't feel great and it may feel really weird, but it's a muscle. And the more you work on it, the stronger it gets and the better you feel. And this is something I always kind of, like, thought about too, which is like, but the particular example I'm thinking about with this is when I'd have friends or people I was talking to who didn't think they were attractive. And my kind of thought with that was like, okay, but, like, what's the worst thing that happens if you believe you're like attractive and you're quote unquote like not attractive. Like the whole different thing. But it's like, who really cares? Like what, so what's the downside? Like what is the downside of hyping yourself up and being like, I am amazing and I am beautiful and I'm capable? Like literally, what is the downside? You're wrong. I mean, first of all, it's unlikely, but also like personally, I would rather believe I was more capable than I was than the other way around. I would rather overestimate myself a little than underestimate myself. And this is also kind of like a big thing I've been into lately is like the kind of a little bit woo woo like manifesting thing where you like believe that everything you want is already on its way to you. I think as a culture, we promote underestimating ourselves and people undervalue themselves all the time. So practicing like overestimating yourself or like what feels like overestimating yourself, even though probably you're just getting closer to like what your abilities actually are. That is a really good thing to practice. So like deciding, oh, I gotta hydrate from your girl, but like deciding that like I'm gonna do this and like I don't even care if I don't have the skills right now. I will either like develop them or like not even need them. I don't even care. Because that was something like in the last couple days I've been like hemming and hawing a little bit about like my niche and like what I want to like focus on and stuff like that. Because often we get told like, oh, you need to focus on one niche to grow. And while I do think that's good, like general advice, I was just like worried that I was like, oh, like what if I have two niches and because of that, like it like I don't grow because of that and stuff like that. And then at a certain point I sort of kicked my own butt. And I was like, you know what? I don't care. If like the two niche thing is not a thing people do, like I will create it. I will make it for myself. I don't care. I'll do it anyways. You know, because we can only spend so much time doing what we think is right based on what other people think. It's better to do what you think is right. It's difficult for some because a lot of people associate confidence with narcissism. Yeah, that's definitely something that again I think goes with the whole like the idea that we have that like humility is the best way to go. And that's one of those things where it's like I don't think that's wrong, but I think we take it to the extreme, which is like we just think we're not capable when we are. And so I like in my little friend group, we sometimes joke about like me being a narcissist. But it is a joke. But it's like even that, it's like just because I'm a very confident person and like probably the most confident person in the group, not to toot my own horn, but it's like it becomes the joke of like, oh well, you're like cocky and like a narcissist and like I have a meeting, we'll be back later. Okay, bye. But again, it's like I just decided at some point that I would rather be labeled as someone who is obsessed with themselves than the opposite. I am obsessed with myself. I'm stuck with myself forever. My number one priority is me being happy and me feeling good, and I that is not a bad thing. It is not like that like actual narcissism is a whole different thing, and I think it actually like it's like narcissistic personality disorder or something. Like that's a whole different thing which gets into like when it's detrimental and it but it has nothing to do like narcissism as a like disorder is like how do I explain it? It's like a mental illness. You do not develop like narcissistic personality disorder by working on your confidence. That's not what like that's not how that works. Yeah, I'm the only me I got. Exactly. I am my own biggest investment. I'm my own biggest fan. I think I'm the coolest person ever. And that has served me well thus far. And along with the hyping yourself up, it's like imagine who you if you look at people who are confident or whatever or have like some other trait you really like and you imagine yourself to be that person. Like, you already are that person. You just need to do a little work to believe it, really. That's kind of how things go overall. Like, again, a lot of this stuff is just like a muscle. And I feel like this kind of comes back to even this is a big thing on social media where it's like showing only like your best side. It's like with me, people only see the confidence. People don't see how hard I have worked to get there. And so that's easier for them to be like, oh, well, it's just like an inherent trait in that person, and thus I can never get it. Because that is excusing themselves from ever having to try. If you're worried about how well you communicate, you're probably not a narcissist. Yeah, most people are not narcissists. If you are worried you're a narcissist, I promise you are not a narcissist. That tends to be my standard for a lot of things. It's like if I'm worried about being this, like sometimes I worry about like that I'm secretly a bad person and I just don't know it yet or something. And I'm like, I think the fact that I worry that I'm a bad person probably means that I'm not a bad person. Anyway, but like basically it's like everything you want to be is already there. You just have to nurture it. And that like can be done in a lot of different ways. There was this book I was reading lately, and it was really big on like affirmations, which you can do in a lot of different ways. But it's basically like lots of positive self-talk and like telling it to yourself and thinking it and like writing it down and doing this like all the time until it becomes second nature. And honestly, like it's not a bad thing to do. One thing I'm really into is like if you're someone who makes a lot of self-deprecating jokes, is replacing your self-deprecating jokes with like self-hyping jokes. So it's like if you trip and you're like, "Oh my god, I'm so like clumsy, like that was so dumb. I hope nobody sees that." Instead, you're like, "I'm the most graceful person ever, and that was intentional." And like you just keep practicing that until you believe it. And it's just like again, it's like a jokey thing, but how we talk to ourselves matters. And even the things we joke about matter because they're still reflections of what we believe. And then here's my recap, which is good communication with yourself involves practicing being quiet, working on listening to the things that your inner voice tells you, whether they're good or bad, and working with the things that are bad. There's no cheat code for feelings, which means you do not get to decide that you don't care about something, and you cannot push feelings down and hope they go away because they do not go away. There's no easy route. There's no trick. You just have to work with it, and it takes time, and you have to be uncomfortable, and that's just life. Being honest with yourself and others is huge, and being your own biggest fan. And like the way this relates back to communication with other people is first of all, the better you get at listening to yourself, the better you are at identifying what are your issues or things you need to work on, what are things you're okay with and not okay with, and oh god, like what you deserve. Because a lot of bad things happen to people when they have low self-esteem. It kind of becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy and like an endless positive feedback loop where it's like if you only take what you think you deserve but you don't think you deserve much, then you're not going to feel good about it. You're going to feel worse, which is going to make your self-esteem worse, which means you're going to settle for even less. And that's how people end up, in jobs they hate and in relationships that are awful and stuff like that. It's because people don't think they deserve better and or are afraid of the discomfort of change. So, ta-da! Finn! That's the end. That's the end of my little presentation, which is good because my throat is starting to hurt a little bit. So that was an hour and a little bit. That was good. I'm still testing like timing stuff. Zippy. Okay, great. So I think what we'll do is I'm gonna take a little break and drink some water and maybe go get a snack. And then we're gonna play some Slime Rancher. And if you have any further questions, hit me up. Let me know. I'm happy to keep talking about stuff. But in the meantime, I should grab food too. Yes, this would be a good time to like maybe go get yourself some tea or some water, get yourself a snack, whatever you feel like. Go look in the mirror and tell yourself you're the coolest person ever. Whatever. You do what you want. But I will be back in like a couple of minutes, like maybe like 5-10 minutes. Okay? And I'll put on some music, and I hopefully won't blast everybody's eardrums out. I'll be back soon. Bye bye. Alright, I'm back! I got some. Hold on, let me look at chat real quick. Thinking about Club Penguin. Thinking about Cash Benuka. Can you give us animal facts? The enemy Dingodile from Crash Bandicoot 3 is a combination of a dingo and a crocodile. Fascinating. You're absolutely correct. So, we're back in Slime Rancher again, which I'm jazzed about. I love me some Slime Rancher. For some reason, my stream isn't working on my screen. Give me a second here. Sippy. I got some cold coffee. It's good. Feeling good about it. Alright, and I'm trying to remember where we were in this game and what we were doing. We had trapped some aliens in a box. That was good. I have quite a bit of money. What was I saving up for? Maybe this? I think I was saving up for this. Or did I buy it? Oh no, I did buy it. Gasp! Which means I can put stuff in here. Ugh. See, that's why it's like annoying that I put the what's it called? The like night shield on this one, because it's like now I could just move them in there and they'd immediately be fine. Anyway, also a reminder, if you have any questions about like the stuff we were talking about earlier, or anything, oh god, anything about like good communication, hit me up. Let me know. Okay, so we definitely need to go exploring. Do some more exploring. See, this is, oh, I'm pretty sure, don't I get the slime keys from the big boys, the Gordos? I feel like that's it. So I feel like maybe what I'll do is I know one of them I have to feed chickens. So I could either just go around collecting chickens, or I could, can I make this a little darker maybe? Because I'm just a shiny girl in the ways I don't want to be shiny. That did not help actually. Okay, I'm just gonna be shiny. It's fine. Did you know that every hydrogen atom in your lip? Did you know that every hydrogen atom in your body is probably billions of years old because it was likely created at the birth of the universe? Isn't there a thing, like the whole like conservation of energy thing, where it's just like, right, like new elemental like atoms are never being created, they just kind of get like recycled throughout everything or something? I know at some point like there was little to no oxygen, I think. Before. We do be recycling. Heck yeah. Like, you ever think about that thing where it's like the water you drink has probably been through like many other animals already? Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun to think about? God, that was like a free fact. You're welcome. A free, horrible fact. Yeah, you know what? I got money. I'm gonna make a little coop over here for the time being. So I can start giving them to that kitty. Look at them! Keeping chickens in their place prevents the uprising. Oh, I have to find a rooster though, don't I? It's okay. Go live in there. Right? Great for keeping chickens in and hungry slimes out. Spring grass. Produce eggs twice as fast. Grow them twice as fast. I don't know if I want to spend like a ton of money on this because I feel like the chickens are not the most useful thing. We'll see. I need to go find a rooster for sure. Although it is CP time, so maybe I should be in bed. Oh my god. It's a party! They're partying! I'll take this. Oh my god. Oh, I thought I just ate another slime. Oh, that's scary. Oh, I think I'm a little afraid. I know there's somewhere where you like go down the ledge to find the lad, but I don't know if it's here or not. I'm afraid of like hopping off into the water, basically. but it's somewhere. Because I know there's like quite a few around here. I was about to say I wish there was a map, but there totally is a map. You just don't, I don't think you can like place, yeah, you can't like put markers or anything though. That'd be cool. A woo? Oh my god. That might have been a bad idea. It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure we can get out of this somehow. You know what? This was a mistake, is what I just did. Yeah. Mistake. Unless... Oh, this is it, right? Oh wait, no, it's not. There's somewhere over here there's a Gordo boy. Treasure pot. But this is not it. And I, may have screwed myself. So, we might have to go for a dip in the ocean. Which I'm not looking forward to. That seems precarious. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Holy crap. Okay. Up. A little hard to see, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it's like hard to see here. Maybe over there? What day are you on? I'm on day 4. This is like a pretty new save. Oh, there's this guy also I can feed. He would give me a key. Yeah, I'm just getting back into this game. I haven't played it in a while and I thoroughly enjoy it. It's a nice, calming game to follow all the stuff we were talking about earlier. Look at you, you're so precious. Also, hi, I'm Cracked. How are you doing today? You're eat. Yeah, too big. God. So I can also get him foods. Is there any more foods around for you? This is just like the center island. Cool. From here you can get 1 of 2 keys, farm tabbies, pinkies, and phosphors, or unlock a teleporter. Yeah, I think I want to get one of the keys. Yeah, it's been a minute since I've played this, so I'm like reorienting. I also love this game so much. It's just like, oh, thank you for the follow, Eve. It's just like such a nice, calming game. And like, it just makes you feel good. Like, it's kind of like Stardew Valley, but it's honestly, it's like, it's less commitment because it's like you just vibe, you take it easy, you just go exploring, nothing goes wrong. Mostly. Very nice. Oh, look at chicken. No! You little bugger. It's very good. Alright. Follow high! Oi. It gave me the sound twice. I'm not sure why. Can you change? I did change the stream category, did I not? Did I not change it to try with you? I thought I did. It's funny because like in my some of my other saves, it's just showing us just chatting. Have you maybe like maybe refresh your page? Fly Bridger! Not on my screen? Yeah, because I did change it. Because I'm a smart girl. I'm a smart girl. Ow. Well, I guess I could make another pen and put more boys in it, but like... No, but I want to get a key. So that's... the money's not as important right now. Yeah, okay, slime return. That's okay. Thank you for, checking, though. I appreciate it. It's very good of you. Maybe he's down here. No. No, this is where I was before, and he's not down. I'm just gonna feed all the things. Flowers and apologies. No problem. I'm not sure how many, things it takes to pop one, but I'm gonna pop them, don't you worry. This game just, like, warms my heart, you know? Oh my god. Oh my god, someone had a party over here. Oh, I can't do it. That's okay. Yeah, I think we'll just steadily work at getting the big boy to pop. I want to get back into it, but I just don't know what to do. What do you mean? Like, have you just, like, explored everything, or are you just stuck? Yeah. Because I did reach a point in one of my games a bit ago where it's like, I felt like I had sort of done what there was to do. Yeah. I don't know what goals to have in mind. That's fair. I mean, I feel like the goal of this is really just, like, explore. And, like, get new slimes. But then after a while, it's just, like, making money is the goal. And then at a certain point, like, it was just one of those things where, like, I could just spend all of my time collecting money and feeding the slimes, and it was just, like, never ending. Slime cruelty. No, look at them! They're happy! Look at them! Now we feed them. Look, they're happy! It's fine! You don't need that much space. Some folks speedrun this game, and there's rush mode. That's true. Although I think, like, I really like the chill aspect of this game. So I'm not sure that I would try that. Maybe one day. I just like vibing, hanging out with my slimes. I'm sorry, the things aren't growing. Maybe I'll upgrade them. Grow faster. Yeah, I just feel like once you've, like in the normal game at least, like once you've explored everything and you've like gathered every kind of slime, like, and done lots of the inventions, it's sort of, there's less to do. But, which is why sometimes I just put down games and then come back to them a while later and like do it all again. We'll start with sprinklers, I think, twice as fast. Yeah, we'll do that. Got hungry slimes to feed, you know? Alright. Going off on the hunt again. Yeah, I know there's a, phosphor slime big boy around here somewhere. I'm not positive where. But it's okay. We'll find him eventually. Ooh, carrots. I would like to find a rooster, ideally. So many carrots. I'm gonna go pop that boy like a balloon. Where are you growing? Honestly, these slimes are everything I want to be. Just like squishy, vibing, you just hang out and eat all day. Like, ideal life, really. Have statues of yourself around. What more could you ask for? It would be nice in this game if you could have more inventory slots. I don't know if they ever, like, added that. But it would be nice. Oh, food. Oh, there's also a crate there that I can't have yet. Let me up! The scary ones that come out at night. You mean the phosphor ones? They're so cute, though. Ah. No more chickens. There a rooster, though? No. I could take the chick, though. That would be... I'll leave these here. I'm gonna take these chickens with me. Look at them! So small. This is not the right way to carry. No! Oh my god. No, I'll just leave these chickens here. I already do not... Oh wait, no, I do know where the, I do know where the cat is, so I'm gonna take these guys. And we're gonna feed them. I feel like the worst part of this game is really the fact that you just feed live hens to, slimes, but like, just think about it. And also I'm just like stealing the babies. Don't think about it too hard. Ooh, wait, wait, the rooster! Oh my god, do not eat the rooster. That was my own fault, to be fair. My own fault. I should have left a slot open for the rooster. That was on me. Hey, are you? Hey, yo! Any more roosters, baby? Another rooster. I'm so upset. So upset I hate the rooster. Ah, it's okay. I want to go back over here and feed this guy. Oh, it does show the big boys on the map. That's very nice. That's helpful. I didn't realize it did that. It's okay, I have babies and maybe one of them will turn into a rooster. That would be nice. Okay, this has gotta be enough to make him pop, right? It's gotta be. Cobbit. Oh. Don't you worry, I'm Cobbit. You will be fed. I'll do the pogo fruit because I have more use for carrots. Just keep going. Keep. Oh. Oh, wait there. Oh, I should get up. Yay! Okay. I want these boxes, but he died. He literally exploded. I'm just don't want these guys to eat whatever comes out of these boxes. So I'm just gonna like, go there. Just go for a swim. It's fine. You're fine. Come on. I got a Q berry. That's really useful. And I got a carrot and a carrot. Okay. Oh, we already made a Q berry tree, didn't I? It's not as useful. Well, that's okay. That's one key. So now I can go open one of the gates, which is exciting. Ow. God. Streamer dies on stream choking on chocolate milk. That would be the headline. Also, I just want to point out really quickly, one day ago, someone followed me named Paul Rudd fan. And like, truly I am blessed to have an apostle of Paul Rudd. What's up? Hiya, Beatrix. Name's Ogden Ortiz. I'm a slime rancher, mostly a farmer. Wanted to grow stuff, that's cool. Hey, Messenger, how are you doing today? Did you know that carrots improve your night vision? I never eat anything. Don't let me run alone here. We'll be in touch. Looking forward to doing business with you. Oh, woo. Ever heard of gilded ginger? It's a mythical veggie that is said to be the favorite food of the equally mythical gold slime. But they say neither of them actually exist. Okay. I wish I was Paul Rudd fan. Honestly, me too. What a legend. There's some keepers, right? Yeah. Grow faster! Come on. Okay, well, in the meantime. You go! Ideally, the way to feed animals is you just shoot their food directly at them. Pretty good, thank you. Just cut a highlight video from 5.5 monster stream. I scream at fish a lot. I love that. That's awesome. Did you have a good time playing Subnautica? Also, kudos to you for cutting down highlights, because like doing that is like, it's such a It's such a thing. And I've been like working on like YouTube videos and stuff, and it's great, but it's also, it's like, all right, well, I gotta go through this 3-hour stream, and then once I cut it down one time, I have to like cut it down again. It's a lot to watch yourself for several hours. I saw you made a new YouTube video too, right? Good for you. You need to make more of those. Carrots. Anybody want a carrot? I got extra. I got extra. You can have an extra. It's okay. Ooh, random animal fact. Lucky you. I actually, after the last stream, I ran out of animal facts because people redeemed like 5 or something, but yesterday I found more good ones. Now I'm supposed to be teaching a tutorial on British culture studies, but I guess no one is showing up today. Well, well, if you have any like really cool British cultural study facts, like hit me up, because I know nothing, but that sounds really interesting. Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I gathered some good facts last night, but some of them are a little questionable. They're a little more on the like, wow, nature's horrifying thing. But I think this is a cute one, and Bunny Booties is a cutie, so I'll tell you it, which is, so there's this kind of like little sort of rodent-like creature. They're called voles, and so there's one species of voles called a prairie vole, and studies have found that they're monogamous, which means like they only take one partner and they stay with one partner for their lives. But the cool thing is, there's another kind of vole which is very closely related. They're called meadow voles, and they're not monogamous. And the reason that's really interesting is they provide a good model of like studying what makes animals, like what controls their like sort of romantic like neural circuits in their brain. So it's fascinating. Also, they're really, really cute. Highly recommend looking them up there. Voles are adorable. You guys want more carrots? I got more. Oh, they're being rejected. My carrots aren't good enough. I'm sorry. They can really bounce too. I mean, to be fair, I feel like the game, like back to the whole like we just stuffed a lot of them into one thing. Like the game really doesn't give you an option for more, and like these pens aren't even really big enough for one slime in real life at least. All right, time to get some monies. Yep. Be rich. And then maybe I'll go pop open a door. I don't know which one I want to open, to be honest. There's like many. Yeah, okay. Maybe I'll just open, like I think there's one through there. So maybe I'll open that one. For goodness sake. Goodness sake! We're supposed to talk about culture and consumption today, so I can talk about like Frankfurt School and the passive consumer versus Bordeaux, and the active consumer shaped by social class versus pleasure of consumption theory, which postulates consumers are completely active, autonomous, and just take pleasure in consumption. Ooh, that's fascinating. I think, like, consumerism is a really, like, interesting phenomenon, and like one we definitely need to work away from, but it's very interesting from like a psychology point of view, and like what motivates people to spend their money and drives them to buy things and stuff like that. I think it's really cool. Yeah. Well, the people who have not showed up are missing out, I'll tell you. Maybe you should just stream talking about it on Twitch. all the monies. I don't know how such squishy boys make such, like... These are like their poops, basically. So how do they make such concentrated hard poops? Confusing. I wonder if anybody is, calling me on the exchange. I should probably check that before I, sell all of these. Hello? Huh, hello. Oh my god, look at him. Ogden Ortiz. I'm working on a new recipe. Help me out? Oh, but you want veggies and stuff. Alright. Sure. Sure, pal. He just wants berries. I could do that. I will say that on some level this game does like appeal to the like point system part of your brain that just likes watching like the money accumulate. Alright, let's go find some berries first. And then we'll continue on our quest. Oh gosh, my throat is making weird noises. God, there's no way I'm gonna get there before all this fucking slimes. Oh yeah. It's super interesting to study, and I think today cultural studies is like, it's more active consumer, but also has to do a lot with social capital, so like your surrounding shape, yeah, your surroundings shape you and what you buy, but also you shape your surroundings by it. I don't think we're completely free regarding what we buy, because it's part of society, but also we're not complete mindless animals like Furt School says either. That's the short version. Thank you! Yeah, I think it's like... I think it's just fascinating how much... like, even our, like, active surroundings, like what surrounds you right then, or like if you're in a store, like what the surroundings are like and how much that can, like, shape your decisions. Because I feel like people often believe that, like, if you're like, oh, like, what would you do in this situation? They're like, oh, I would definitely do this. But, like, depending on the environment surrounding that, like, their answer could change, but people don't think that's true. But it's fascinating. Fascinating stuff. Alright. Let's go get more berries for this boy, but, like, maybe my tree will grow fast enough? Unsure. In the meantime, let's go pop open, this thing. Although, wait. This leads to this place, which is like the quarry thing, I think. I might go do this one instead. I think I like this one better. It's pretty. We're gonna do that. I've decided. I have spoken. I'm being texted by my family. Presently. Alright, not important right now. I just like to check to make sure there's not some kind of crisis. I don't really mind people not showing up this semester as long as I enjoy prepping classes and can still take something away from it. Even though it's an undergrad class and I'm a grad student who's almost done, I think I can still learn something by prepping my classes, so I'm not mad. At least I don't have to ride my bike to uni. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like that's a really good attitude to have about it. And like, I know for me, it's like, so I have been making little PowerPoint presentations for my Monday streams, and even just the like yeah, like the doing the like bits of research and like synthesizing ideas together for myself, and even like just me talking about it, even if people aren't really like actively engaging with it, like I still feel like I get a lot out of it anyways. So I think I like your attitude. I can just go to Twitch instead because nobody showed up. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, the plus side is, I'm glad you got to stop by. I do need Q berries still. I also don't remember how many, thingies you wanted, but it's fine. I'll just take all of them. Oh no, there's tars, but like I can't do anything about it, so. Sorry, Sibes. Actually, I guess I can like throw them into the ocean. Give me that. Yep. Thank you. Alright. Oh my god, they're freaking everywhere. God. Horrible. Although I guess like it's interesting that the predator of slimes is like a slime but worse. Ow! Those awful ravenous rainbows. Come here. Get. Alright. No satisfying. Oh my god, there's more. Ow! Try to help you! Test evil slime. To all of them. Yeet! Get him out of here. I might actually go do a workout now and have you in the background as a nice thing to watch with me. What about that? That sounds awesome. Have a great workout. I think there's Q berries like over here somewhere. A rooster? Is there a rooster? Peas? No. Okay, there's a chicken though. I'm gonna just ignore all the ports for right now. There's the... I always think it's over there for some reason. Hey, kitty. You're welcome. This is a dangerous place, but I think there's berries. Right? Or not. Okay, okay, I'm sorry. God. It's fine. Yeah, I want to open this door. Here we go. Into the unknown. Well, they're only angry because they're hungry, which is, like, very relatable. Angry, if you will. Here we go. Look at that little face. Here we go. I think this is the place I want to go. It is. Yeah, the moss blanket. That I can never remember how to get out of, but it's okay. Now we gotta look at the flowers. Oh my god. Because you have to go down this tube and then how you get out. Chickens! Oh, these are fancy chickens. I just, okay. Look at this boy. Oh, that's a large. There's new slimes here. I think there's the, like, oh, there's these guys. I forgot about them, but I can't take them yet because I don't have the thing for it. Out. What? Out. Oh, that's cool looking. I don't like the regular hands, TVH. No, also so there's the boom slimes. A couple of those. Hungry slime. I don't remember, they like briar hens. Yeah, so I think I usually mix these guys with something that likes... It's a fave food. Yeah, but like I don't like using the hens just overall. I usually just combine the meat eaters with something that doesn't eat meat. Like the honey slimes, if I can find them in here. What is this? Ow. Is this... Oh, they're just carrots. They just look funny. Oops. Whatever. There like should be. God, I don't know where I am at this point. Toy carrots. I would take a boom slide. Thank you very much. The boom slimes you like have to have away from other things because they just explode all the time. Nope, I don't want this way. Where am I? Oh, I really need to find the map module thing. These ones are cool looking though. Where did I come from? Yeah, where did I go? I do love the way these ones look. Oh, please don't! But those are meat eaters, which I'm not doing. I just have one carrot and I'm not sure why. My internet has returned. Where did it go? Kitty? Welcome back. Miss you. I miss you too. Kansas or something. The moss blanket may seem like an ancient jungle of sorts, but the fact is that much of what you see here wasn't even around when I began exploring this land. At this rate, I reckon it won't be long before the greenery completely overtakes the Farfar Range. Oh my god. Rooster! Struts his stuff like he's the king of the coop. I might leave this chicken because I don't know why I need it. What I need is another new kind of slime. Why you like chicken? Look at him! Okay, this is, yes, this is where I want to go. Oh boy. This is fine. This is fine. Everything's fine. We are fine. There's bad communication! This one! Oh, no, 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 no! No! No, 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 no! No, no, this. Oh. No, don't want the honey punch. I want the... Huh! Gotcha. Gonna make some boom honeys again. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Water around here somewhere? I don't know that there is. Just like, die! Ow, I don't know how to help you there, bud. Kind of on your own. There's no water around, so. Okay. I need to go home, but I don't remember how to yeet it over a cliff. I don't think I could yeet that far. Maybe I did beat it that far. Hit! Nope. That one missed. What about this one? Yep. Oh, I hit a tree. I mean, it's fine, probably. Control the little population here. Oh my god. I gotta go. I'll go somewhere. How do I get out? Where is the exit? That's the way, like, up. That way. Oh! Another one! Oh, that's fucked up. So fucked up. There's a thing I can get at some point, like a water gun, but like I can't right now. Well, maybe it's the way out. If you wanna, could you shout like just 5 more or something, or other motivating phrases once in a while. You got this, buddy. You can do it. I believe in you. Push yourself. I'll shout motivation into the void. Don't you worry. Okay. I still need to figure out how to get out of here. Why did you remind me every once in a while to push it? One more. Oh. Hope. Take me hope. No sacrifice! No victory! Oh, I need to make a new pen. Crap, but I made that a bit back up here, right? Push it to the limit. You know, put it in here. Victory! That's right. And I'm gonna do, internet. Restore Restore your honor. And I want this because they're gonna explode me otherwise. Let me just pop them in there. Easy peasy. I feel like this thing's gonna run out if this hasn't already. Do I have any? Oh, I have carrots. Zuko would push himself harder than that. Do you want to capture the Avatar or not? Excellent. Yay! That's great. Got chickies. Got so many chickies. You guys can have like all of this. There you go. Excellent. You gotta work out to beat up those fish. Are you gonna let the Reaper get the best of you? You're gonna learn to swim faster. These are very good, Saida. Thank you. I'll put like the Stody heads in here just for fun. I feel like there's a limit on how many you can put, like how many chickens you can have in here. So like maybe I'll leave one of each kind. Oh my god, they're so rolly. Thanks, I have Kyle yell them at me when I can't do pull-ups. I feel like that's good motivation, relating it to things like that. Are you gonna get off this planet or not? Work those muscles. Have you guys ever seen the running app where it's like you are like running away from zombies? 'Cause I think that's like very fun integration of creative things into working out. I don't like working out personally. I don't like things that feel like I'm working out. I like things that feel like fun. But I'm also working out. Naruto himself tamed a monster. You can push yourself a little harder. God, Saida, can I hire you to be my like my motivation person? Motivational coach, whatever. It's really good. Also good for you for doing gym stuff. Oh god. I greatly admire people who like go to the gym because I don't like it and thus will not make myself doing that. I'll be your personal motivational speaker. What you? Get out here! How do you expect to fight God with muscles like that? Kyle's the one who does the exercise motivation. That's fair. I feel like you guys would be a good team. You know, you got gentle love and tough love. Oh, you still hungry? Oh my god. I'll get him eventually. I don't know if you guys do this, but I always like lean forward in games when I like want something. Or like to go faster. Alright. He'll push you physically, I push you emotionally. My god. Okay, this guy. Get out of here. Yeah, welcome! Got my house! I like the pink slimes are really the issue. There's just so many of them. Ow! I might go see if I can buy the water gun thing. Stop! Yes, I do that and it made my forehead. Me too, just like full on forehead. Okay. You guys are fine. More hints. I don't remember what the honey boys like to eat. People can see my pores on cam if I get too close. Oh my god, you have pores? Fruit, okay. Mint mangoes. Not the pores! Alright, I'm gonna go back there and see if I can find some mint mangoes. I don't really need these, so I'm gonna just put them into the ocean. Got my pores. Also, I would like to say, the bigger muscles you have, the better hugs you can give. So, big muscles, all the way. That's science. Work out for good hugs. Thank you guys so much. Got my warm-up done. I feel like I'm already doing extra workouts for my stomach muscles from all the laughing. The Zuko run really got me. Well, only 30 minutes too. I'm glad. Listen, we could all learn a little something from Prince Zuko. I want this guy, but can't have him. Not yet. I want to find some, mint mangoes, I think they're called. Carrot? I don't know where they are. So I'd like to find the map thingy. I don't know where it is. Just have to wander aimlessly for a bit. Oh! I really also like the Gordon Ramsay attitude of yelling at people, but you just yell really motivational things at them. Do you want to be a beef sandwich or not? You gotta work on your muscles. Where are the big baggos? Where's anything? Think of how many dogs you'll be able to lift when you have big muscles. Just got to be baggos somewhere. My nose is very itchy. I don't know about you guys, but I have when I occasionally run, which is almost never because I hate running, but I have certain songs I really like listening to that get me going. And one really good one is by Woodkid, and it's called Run Boy Run, and it just makes you feel that you're the protagonist, in some sort of the medieval area, but running away from the evil whatever. It's really good. Highly recommend. Another thing, I know a lot of women are insecure about having something called hip dips. When in reality, it's a physical trait that is consistent with excellent bone structure and can increase the definition and efficiency of the muscles in the area. Hip dips. What's a hip dip? Is it the... I don't know. The dip where your hips is? My hips is here. I would look up the dip in your hips. Well, I have up here, it kind of goes like my chest, my waist, and then my tummy, and then yeah, I guess the hip dip, and then my leggies. I guess I have good bone structure. Also, listen, you don't want to be an old person who can't fight a 20-year-old. You gotta be able to fight 20-year-olds at any age. I'm just saying. Motivation. Maybe we'll chop this up later and make it a motivational. It's near the palace. Yeah, I think I know exactly what you're talking about. Right before the thighs. Yeah, I feel I have those definitely, and I feel in the past I've definitely not liked them. I will say I like high-waisted pants and shorts because I don't like things sitting right there, right on that area, especially because when you have lady cramps, that's right where it fucking hurts, and it's not a good time. We'll continue to look. Bop. Bop, de bop, de bop. Bop, de bop, de bop. I feel like I'm just going in circles. Oh, this is good. Oh, there's also like the feral slime somewhere, right? Oh. God, you could be like, what's his name? Like Crocodile Dundee or whatever and like wrestle crocodiles. You gotta have big muscles to wrestle crocodile. If you can't take down a crocodile, you're not strong enough. You would not survive in the wilds. This is the thing. You almost got him all. Oh! Of the heavens. Okay, now I still need to find that freaking map thing. I just don't know. This place is too big, and I am too small. I cannot find it. Oh, they're gonna die in the water. The flowers are, yeah, this is one of my favorite biomes because of that. How do I think I've made a mistake. I think I've glitched the game. Well, this is where I live now. Got a parkour. Oh, no, it's fine. I got it. I got it. I didn't even realize you could do that, or I like thought you could swim. But apparently I can't swim. Be careful. Yeah, I do frequently forget I don't have a jetpack. Oh, no, wait! You're lucky you're so light. Here. Oh, forget it. Okay. Would like to go home, and there's the go home, but like... So there's that box, but I can't break it open yet. No, it's just ocean. I don't know where the map is. It's okay, because I got new friends! Mochi Mouth. Wait, I put it over here. Oh, I gotta sneeze. It's a nightmare of a pen, that. Okay. Box! I know I saw the box, but I didn't have any. I don't have any. Oh, how did you get out? I don't have any space. Why aren't you making babies? Hmm? This man's got a lot to say. It's like... Do you think it's a person making that sound? I don't... What is taking so long? Okay. Go feed the kitty cat again. God. Also, as a little motivation, I didn't even need to redeem Rat. Oh, I meant to add an animal noise one. I think I really like that one, but I was gonna say, like, you gotta be ripped for the zombie apocalypse too. You know, you gotta be ready. So, cause you'll get you. Come here. Come here. Come. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Don't eat it! Don't eat it! Chickens. Chicken. Yeah, I might change my channel rewards around a little bit. We'll see. We'll see. Wait, am I going backwards? Yes, going backwards. Right? No, I'm not going backwards. I was going the correct way. Yeah. Oh. Chickens? Oh. Chicken. Okay, this I'm hoping will be enough. Just checking. Okay, we gotta be getting close. We gotta be getting close. You see, it's the chickens are so much harder. So much harder to get. Oops. Doobie doobie doo. Why not take some food? Alright. I tend to farm them just for this. The chickens. I'm doing that too, but I like in my previous games when I played, like, I never farmed chickens, so I don't really know the mechanics, and they don't seem to be making babies that well. So, also, hi Tentacle Mommy, how are you doing today? They're not right. Why would you not make babies? Give you guys some food. You're doing okay. That's good. Oh. I'm doing pretty good today. It's Monday, which is like the start of my stream week, which is nice. It ain't much, but it's honest work. Yeah. So you're into Slime Rancher 2, I presume? Do you have a favorite slime? I really like the puddle slimes, personally, because they're adorable. I can't remember what's... It ain't honest, but it's much. Heartbeat. Okay, I need to be on the lookout for heartbeats, also. We don't have those currently. No, you guys can just have this. Great. Oh, and I guess I can take a second. Get that money. Yeah, I do know there's a whole thing to this, like, with the economy, and you can store plorts until, like, the market value goes up and stuff, but, like, honestly, that's a lot for my brain to keep track of, so I usually don't. I'm gonna go see if I can buy upgrades. I'm pretty sure you get upgrades at the house, right? I don't know. That's what I thought before, and then I couldn't find them. Perhaps I'm incorrect. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna work on, like, especially the kitty cat. I'm just getting chickens as much as possible so I can get another key. And maybe I'll try to unlock another area. Yeah, you can see, like, all the values are going down, but, like, I don't know what else to do to sell them. I think it is cool that they implemented like a market system with this though. I think that's a cool addition. I'm not going in there. I love mangoes in your life. Also, I don't know. I wonder how a mint mango would be. Like a fruit that was just, it would just make you cold. It would just feel cold in your mouth. I love mango. Yeah, me too. Big same. Big same. Okay. What are the other things I can get? I have a mango tree outside my room. Oh my god. So there's the overgrowth. It's baby though, no food yet. That's okay. That's okay. Be patient. We'll wait for our mangoes. Oh no! How did you get out? Did I not put a roof on? Back in there. Or did you just like break it because you're exploding so much? That's really what happened, isn't it? Oh, for the love of God. No. No. Stop. Stop it. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Ow! Back in there. Okay, this is a problem. I thought I did put a roof on. No, I do have a roof on. Maybe, okay, we'll put in a music box. Hopefully they come down. I think it's just like, because they explode, if they explode too many times, it just gets rid of the roof. Yeah. And it's because they're hungry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'll try to speed up the growth of the food. I'm sorry. It's just this. Come on! They're hungry. Well, they get out or they don't. Okay. Oh, wait. Is this where I get upgrades? Ah, that's why. That's why. Because I kept getting, like, notifications that I could get an upgrade, but I couldn't fucking find it. I do... Oh, I don't have any money now. Ah, the heck. I want all of these things. What do I want first? I just get this first, and then I'll work on making a little more money. So then I can hold more stuff, and I want the water tank so I can deal with the heckos. Exploding heckos. Yeah, this did great, because now I can hold, I think, what, 30? It would be super nice if you could buy an extra slot, but I don't think you can. Like, you can buy the water slot, but that doesn't really count. You can just keep those. I'll keep that with you. Okay. Lordy. No more than that, I guess. Good in a minute. The carrots are slow. I'm sorry. Yeah, I feel like one, like garden per thing is probably for the best though, because otherwise I'll be able to have like significantly less slimes. Just not what I want. This should get me enough for... I really want to play Slime Rancher now. You should. It's very fun. Makes me feel nice. And like you can't really... I mean you can die, but like it's not really that bad, which makes you feel nice. On the inside. Oh, again, I can buy 2 things, I think. Okay. What? Jetpack. Want the water. And the jetpack. Because, like, this is something... I usually leave the heart modules to last. Because, like, I just don't get hit that much. I'm just so good. But I think the other things are usually better. Like, you use this so much more. Make a splash. Hit him with water and make him feel better. I shall. Please stop. Please. I try and get you food. I'm sorry. A water garden's crops will also grow faster. I didn't know that. I don't know if there's a water thing here, though. I wonder if I can just get it from the, yes. Go over here. And just like, oh, that's really far down. No? No. You telling me there's no water on my farm? That seems incorrect. I have mail. Well, well, seems like another Wallaby rancher has signed up for a lonely existence on a faraway space rock. God, I'm Mochi Miles. That's Miles as in Tatsuya Miles, the billionaire. I'm here to do important business for my dad, but that doesn't mean I won't make all the rest of these backwater types out here look bad in the process. No one conquers the poor market like I do day in, day out. I wish you the best of lucks. Maybe you'll even reach second place. That's funny. Later, Tater. Mochi Miles. I think Mochi is an adorable name. And if I get another lizard, I'm gonna name it Mochi. You have a point speed that could have. I'm sorry. I think at some point you can also get toys for them. I don't remember them being this angry all of the time. Maybe it's because they just need more food. It could also be I have too many. I don't know that I necessarily need all of these guys. Yeah, maybe I should get rid of some. That's a lot of them. You know, just release them back into the wild. Into the wild! Oops. That's not. Into the wild. Oh! Yeah, that makes sense since I just said, oh, I never die. I never get hit. I don't need no, anything from Casey. Alright, never die. I never get hit. These are just very long. I just fainted. That's true, I didn't die. That's... Just... Oh, look at that. There's so many, yeah, I know. There! Into the wild. Okay, this seems like a lot, though, so... Slime should be happy. Look! Eat! Stop exploding. There you go! I should really get the auto figures. Really. Got so many crops though, so that's good. Got so many crops. Here you go. Yeah, I think I'll probably try to pare down the numbers in due course. I don't know how many I should have of each, but probably not as many as I do. Gotta find the optimal number of, like, you don't overflow with food, but you have enough of always. They're so cute. I also really need to find a heartbeat so they'll give me more. I'm not sure where those are. They're totally fine as long as they're not hungry, but then when they get hungry, they get angry. Oh, like, who can find them, really? I'll try. I wish there was a bear in real life that was a square. Or sorry, a cube. That would be super cool. Okay, now we're gonna make bank, and I will buy the heart module at some point. So clearly I need. See, now they're all happy and surrounded with food. You're good now. They really just like immediately poop. What is their digestive system? Just hold it in until they eat, and then they go. I'll take that. Up. My bed. There we go. Alright. Yeah. I would like to get the upgrade to the, like, energy. That's definitely a big one, because that's, like, the most annoying thing is when you run out of jetpack slash, sprint. Oh, maybe my chickens have, made babies now. What have I know? That's a good little bit of money I just made. Oh, and I haven't even done these guys. They're happy, question mark, but they're still blowing up. That one's not happy. Why are you angry? God. Sorry for asking. Gosh. I really do like the blue slimes, though. Although there's some slimes later on that you get that I think I might look for. Oh. Okay, I think if they get out of the cage, I'll just eat them. Back to the wild. Yeah. Works for me. If they clearly don't want to be in here, then they don't have to be in here. Just go back to the wild. There you go. Nice. I can go buy upgrades for things. I'll take that, and that, and that, and that. Yo, thank you. Have I bought everything for this? Not yet. Just the maximum amount of food. I might also start buying the auto feeders, just so I have a place to, like, put the food in if I'm making more. That was expensive. Ranch and I ain't easy. And just like that, all my money's pretty much gone. It's okay, because there's always more money to be made. Oh. I wonder if somebody is calling. Like, I wonder if Mochi is and wants some of my plorts. Like, I'm down to sell. I like the sound it makes when it, like, doesn't, like, boom. A boom. Oh, there's one way over here. I'll take that one also. God, there's a honey one, too. I guess a boy got over here. You guys can decide on my last workout. Arms or butt? I say arms, because I like being able to lift things. I need these ports post-haste, whatever that means. Ha, good thing I didn't sell them. I'm back! Welcome back, Emily. Good to see you. Okay, and then I need kitty cat. Nice. Oh, we're just making money off of, squishy men. Squishy boys. Oh, I got chickens! Sorry for prolonged access. Oh, maybe. Look at all the chickens I have now! Excellent, okay. We're definitely gonna pop that kitty now. Sorry for the prolonged absence. No problem. No problem at all. squishy. Yeah, we just like opened a new place here today, so I got to see more slimes, which is always exciting. And there's chickens. Chickies. I'm just gonna see how many chickens each kind I have. Try to keep like one each again, I think. I don't know if there's only one kind of rooster or what. Or if there's different kinds of roosters. Given that that gave me all stony hens, I feel like there is not other kinds of roosters. Yeah, the chickens are just harder to farm in this. Okay, this is definitely gonna do it. 100%, I believe. We're gonna get the kitty. And then I'll be able to open another thing. I also need to go back and explore this area more. Because I haven't found the like map unlock yet, and I would really like to do that. I believe! I believe in chickens. I believe together as one. I believe in the power of chickens. The 7Z Corporation. Oh, I think they're the ones that like give me rewards if I just give them tons and tons of money. It's for Bob! Okay. God, I was really hoping that it was only gonna be like one more and then I was gonna be... There's so many cats now. Ooh. Can I take the box with me if I go through here? No, I cannot! Good to know. Good to know. That's not helpful. Interesting. Interesting. That it put me here. Take me back. Did it explode the box? No, it didn't. I'm just gonna take the box. No! Actually, I guess I don't, like, need these chickens. I don't know what to do with them, though. Take the box. I just feel like I shouldn't just, like, leave them. I don't know. I guess I'll just let them go free? No. Well, maybe I'll go feed them to something, actually. It feels like they're, I could use them for something, you know? Wait, did I get another key? I don't think I got a key for that one. Huh. Oh no, I got the teleporter for it, so I guess you do get keys from the Gordos, but you don't always get keys from the Gordos. Good to know. Where can I fly with the, Excellent. Oh, we got like $4,000. I wonder if I can buy the overgrowth. I'll have to check that. Excuse me, box coming true. Very important rancher coming through. Just like right there. More chickens. No, and then just celeries and stuff. Okay. I feel like most of the time you don't get something like anything like super duper exciting from those, but that's okay. Here, eat some roosters. Yeah. You guys are give stuff that's worth more, so you get the chickens. And I'll just put the chickadoos in the pen for now. And I just got some of these, I guess. Have a baby. Don't ask where I got it. It's fine. Chicken? Chicken. Oh, fuck. I just used all my chickens. Whoops. I literally just had all that in my inventory. Okay, Bob. I mean, it's not... $500 is... Sorry, Bob. I don't think I'm going to take you up on that. Just gonna go see how much the overgrowth costs. Oh, I totally got that much money. Oh, a bee? I thought there was a bee. I thought there was a bee for a second. I was excited. Moss and tall grasses. Cool. There we go. Let's go explore. Wow. This will be good when I expand more. And there's like free range chickens and stuff. So this is a good place, I think, to have slimes that you just like let them roam around. So I'll probably do that when I get there. God, the way they sound kills me. Okay, there is another Gordo somewhere. I knew it. Just don't know where. We're gonna go find it. Oh. But right this moment, I'm going to go to the bathroom really quick. So I will be back in a moment. Bye-bye. Alright, I'm back. Here I am. Okay, we will go find the boy. Because I thought I'd be given a key, and I was not. I'm guessing... Guess I'm anarching by myself. Where's Chris when you need him? I don't know. Good question. I wonder if he's back to work now. I'm sure. Okay. I know there's somewhere you have to go off the edge. I don't think it's here. I know this. I feel it in my heart. It's this, isn't it? No, it's not. But there's heartbeats here, which is good, because I need those. And there's also water, which I will take. Dang it, I did the exact same thing last time. It must be further this way, right? Like, I'm pretty sure, like, somewhere, maybe here or here. Somewhere in this little circle, there's a boy. And I will find him. At the Bojangly Wanglies. That's right. Oh, I forgot I had the jetpack now, because I was like, I really don't hope I don't just, like, jump in the water by accident. But, I mean, I could still mess up with the, jetpack. But it makes life easier. Okay. Where else? We're gonna take up a vantage point. And we're gonna take a look around. Because there's a little friggin' cave somewhere. With a little man in it. Who wants food. I will find him. And I think he likes fruit, so I'm gonna take this fruit. No, I was thinking like over here somewhere. But where? It's hard to see. Like, confused. I'm more confused than before. Where is he? I like food. I like food too. Especially like fruit gummy. It's pretty good. Alright. That was a no-go. Oh! Is the top of my screen messing up for you guys too, or is it just me? Nope, it stopped. Okay. It's just me. Man. This just goes over here, right? This doesn't go anywhere else. Somewhere. No, that's where I was before. Okay, Fruit Gabi. God, that's my, that just makes me think of, Yoku's Island Express, or whatever it's called. That's, like, my favorite game ever. A little, like, pinball game. But it's like a whole adventure playing pinball. That's, like, everything I ever wanted in my childhood. Bike cam! Wish I had a bike cam. But I don't. Because you don't really eat. Thanks so much for all the motivation. I hurt all over now, especially my arms. You're totally right with being good at lifting things. I love that. I'm a cosplayer, and my favorite character to do is the Barbarian, Yasha from Critical Role, who at one point lifts Bo, another character, up. So at every con I go to cosplaying Yasha, I pride myself in being able to lift Bo cosplayers. Consensually, of course. Yes. Absolutely. One of the main reasons to work out is to be able to lift big things and absolutely lifting people. It is such a good feeling when someone, like, thinks you can't lift them, and then you do. And you're like, that's what I thought. Oh, I got a hydrate from Chimera. Hi, Chimera. Hope you're doing well in your work or whatever you're up to right now. Thank you for the hydrate. Sippy sip. Right down here. Is this it? Have I? I'm currently getting distracted by the stream, but otherwise it's going well. Were you here when I was doing the Saida and I were doing the silly motivation? God, he's so freaking cute. You just jump right into his face. Anyway. I will be back with so much fruit. I'm glad it does put it on the map. No, I wasn't. Oh, it was good. I might clip it later. It was very funny. Dealer's choice. Wait, did I put in... Oh, I did put in animal noise. I forgot about that. I was like, oh, I should do that. What's a noise I like making? Let's see. The answer is no noise. I don't like making noises. Well, you know, as we all know, lizards, leopard geckos specifically, especially when they're young, when they're scared, they just frickin' scream. Like, ah! It's a gecko noise for you. You're welcome. Can you make a human noise? Is she tell what I'm doing? It's way more high-pitched than that, but I can't go that high-pitched. I'm telling you, there's a really good video online of this baby leopard gecko screaming because there's a fly bothering it, and it's very good. We got a random animal fact. He just sounds like... Don't turtles scream as well? Turtles make other interesting noises that I perhaps will not make on stream. Or do they hiss? Turtles can do a kind of hissing sound, I think. Turtles scream when they... Yeah, maybe in hopes of keeping this all safe for work, we'll do that. And you did redeem an animal fact. I'm gotta cross this one out because I used it already. So... this is a fun one. So... Most, as you probably know, most animals, like in general, it's like you're a female or you're a male. Like in most like sexual animals. Something fingernail scales. Tortoises make very interesting noises. Yeah, they do. But some fish, well, not just fish, but some animals display like certain kinds of like hermaphroditism, which means like, you know, they might have both like sets of equipment, shall we say. But there's a certain like some fish, like this one that's called a sea bream, they actually have what's called sequential hermaphroditism, which basically means when they start out life they're a male, and then a couple years down the road when they mature they become a female. And like, by which I mean like they start out as a male, they have like testes and stuff, and then later on they become female and they like develop egg laying capabilities, which is wild. So cool. So cool. They're like, all right, tried out the boy thing for a while, not into that anymore, now I'm going to be a lady because that's who I am. All right, gotta go shower now. I wish you a good stream and everyone a good day. Thank you so much for coming. I appreciate that. Glad we could be here to motivate you for your workout. Have a great day. Yeah, I collected a bunch more animal facts yesterday, and some of them are they're rough. Like a hockey stick and a goal? Exactly. They start out with the hockey stick, they decide they want to be a goalie, and they become the goalie. Or the goal, I guess. You're right. It is very cool, though. It's just like... goes to show you that nature is wild and crazy, and I think when people say stuff like, you know, there's only female and male, and like that's it and nothing else can ever happen, and like, and they use that to like invalidate trans people and stuff, really not here for that, especially because biologically it makes no sense, because nature is so freaking wild that like all kinds of crazy like sex things happen with the hormone, or not the, with their like chromosomes and stuff, and like polyploid, like it's a whole thing. So it's like, that's not an excuse. And every time people use science as an excuse, they usually don't understand science. Little aside. How do I get out of here? Peace, amigo. Wait. Yeah, okay, I do need to go this way, I think. Yes? Where's my farm? Farm's here. Oh, wait. Farm's here. Yes, I can go this way. Maybe. Ouch! Ouch! Ouchie! Ooh, more heartbeats. I will take those. That's where they've been hiding all of this time. There we are. Oh, wise. Shakes his tail feathers and no one cares. Aww! Oh, I can't go this way. That sucks. Dang it. I got this old man, so that's nice. Might take him home and put him in the pen. So you can have some company. Ooh, wait, now I got this. Snipe! Got sniped. Right. There you go. You're all free now. To the rescue! God, that one flew. Alright. Now I know where I am. And I can get home. Also, I like that I have access to the channel points and, like, I can redeem things. Like, I could even, That doesn't count, by the way, because I have unlimited points. But yes, yeah. I mean, I like that. I think it's kind of silly because it's like, why would you use your own channel points? But like it's good for testing and stuff for sure. Yeah, I use it to test all of mine. Oh yeah, because you have ones that are like set up to trigger certain like specific things. Oh. More fruit. I'll take all of the fruit. Like a big boy. Yeah, I'm gonna save all the fruit I get for the Gordo boy. If you don't have you're and board running at the same time, the channel points won't check the scenes. Yeah, I'm like very impressed that you did that, because like I think it's really cool when people do that and I have no idea how to do it. Which is okay, because I don't need it, it's okay. But at some point it would be cool to add like alerts like that, but it's one of the many things that are on my list. I still like, apparently my dad has a green screen laying around somewhere that he said I could have, but like, God, I don't know. I don't know. It's actually not that difficult if you want me to show you on stream later tonight. Yeah, totally. I feel like it's like definitely good to know how to do that kind of stuff. You know, we're always more room to learn, for sure. I mean, I think at some point it would be really fun to like have like a reptile cam set up or something, but that's like down the road. I like that idea for sharing ideas and creativity. Yeah, I think it's like, it's always great to be able to share ideas and to be like, I figured out a new cool way of like doing something. I love that. Make babies a dare, what? Okay. I want... take these. I might even take the Q berries and use those because I want to pop that Gordo. There we go. Oh. I don't want to grow the, yeah. There are a couple of streamers that have really interesting alerts and other things for when someone donates a certain amount. Yeah, I think that stuff is really cool and what I'd like to set it up. I also, like, at some point want to make, like, more customized alerts. Haven't gotten around to that yet. But, more triggers. Yeah, I think that would be super, super cool to do. It's just hard when there's like so many things I want to do, and it's like you kind of have to prioritize what you really want to get done over stuff that like it would be great to get it done, but also like it's not the most important thing. It's just hard when you got so many ideas. There's so many cool things, and I'm definitely like, technology is definitely something where my skills are like a little bit lacking, and I would like to improve them because you got to be your own tech support basically. There's so much to do. It's insane the amount of time and effort that some people put into this. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, right now, like, my work is not back in full swing, so I'm not going to work, and I, like, mostly just work on this stuff, and it's still so much. Like, and I don't even do, like, I have a pretty, like, light, like, I stream 3 times a week for 3 hours, and currently I'm making, like, 1 YouTube video a week, and that's it. And, like, it's still so much work. And I love it to death, but also, it's a lot of work. And yeah. And it's hard, too, because one thing that I, like, get into and have to kind of regulate myself with is, like, getting to the, like, workaholic mindset where I'm like, I have so many things to do that I, like, need to be working all the time. And it's like, you have to, like, calm down and make sure you're taking care of yourself too, which can be difficult, which is why I've like officially decreed that after dinner I don't do any work, and like on Saturdays I can be productive, but it's like it's really a day to like relax and do stuff, and if I'm really excited about something then I do work, but it's more for yeah. There you go. Oh, he popping. Oh, that was just the right amount. You guys are very cute. No, hold on. I want you to eat whatever's coming out. Oh, there's this one. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, that don't work. There we go. Just a fruit. Nothing exciting. And chickens. Do you like chickens? And I will take a heartbeat. You can have that. And you guys can just, like, vibe in here, I guess. I don't really need you. For the time being. It's very dark and there we are. That's where I came from. Oh, I also won't be streaming until 10 tonight. That is unfortunate. Because 10 is my bedtime. Why? I did briefly see your notification, but I didn't fully read it because I was in the middle of my streaming. But is it because you're going back to work or qua the change in schedule? Yeah, that's totally fine. That's very late. Yeah, I will still try to pop in for the first bit, but I usually like 10 o'clock is where I try to like get off the computer and stuff, like the latest. No, it's because I have to help my mom move out of her house. Ah, that's fair. Oh, okay, so this is like a temporary thing. Perchance. Right, moving sucks. In my opinion. My professional opinion. Yeah, so she has to be out by the end. Right, okay. Guess I'll have to stream tonight instead. April Fools! It's Chimera, but actually it's Sam. Babies! There's babies. Alright, I don't think this guy's actually useful for that round. Oh my god, is that a human error? I love your work. Oh heck, are both my roosters old now? That's not great. Baby. I'm such a fan. God, me too. Such a big fan of his work. Truly. Oh, this is all for you, actually. Oh my god, babe, that's a humor error. That's good. Sorry. I keep forgetting. So now I can go unlock this. I think it's called the Indigo Quarry, I want to say. Oh my, how can I mix those up? Oh crap, okay, so the last thing, I just realized that it like is 1 o'clock. So the last thing I'm gonna do is unlock this gate, and then I think we will end the stream because I have to go eat food. Okay. Bear with me. There we go. Oh wait, this isn't the right place. The place I want is actually here somewhere? Okay. It's okay. We'll find it. I can't believe it. Unbelievable. Well, in the meantime, like, thank you everybody so much for coming today. I hope you enjoyed today. I think I liked doing the 2 segments better than going back and forth, because I like being able to put the stream in just chatting when I am just chatting, and then I think I like that more. So I think I will continue with that for the time being. I also hopefully in the future have some other exciting stuff that will happen with this particular stream day, but we'll see before I talk about it. We'll see. Oh guys, it's 1 PM, I haven't stopped yet. I'm lost. This way is where I'm trying to go. But I am confused, to say the least. Raid? Oh, good call. It's somebody... I don't think anybody is streaming for me. But if anybody else has suggestions, I am open. Shall we? Who we gonna raid? If you guys have someone you like that is streaming right now, let me know. Or we could just go raid somebody random for fun. We could go find like a teeny itty bitty streamer. There's an art streamer I like who's streaming. Yeah, I think we could do. The one with the little doodle boys walking around. I learned the Leorin board thing from a YouTube video, so I'll send that to you. Yeah, totally. That'd be great. I'm gonna look really quick just in the Slime Rancher thing and see who else is playing Slime Rancher. Whoops! Clicked on myself by accident there. Search by English. So here we are. We have opened the thing. The thing has been opened. So I'm going to save and quit. And we'll just see. Oh god. I know my throat made a noise and I don't like it. It's just hard because, like, ideally I like to raid people who do the same kind of things that I do, but also I don't really like the idea of just raiding random people. Although there is a person named Modified Potato. So I'm just putting that out there. Let's do this not raid anybody. It can be a good way to learn about something new. There's a streamer named Fruit Punch. Yeah, I think the only problem with, like, rating someone random for me is, like, I don't know, I kind of like to have people a little bit vetted because I don't want to, like, recommend people towards a streamer that I, like, don't know anything about because, like, God only knows. I mean, I do think every once in a while it might be fun to, like, go raid someone, like, really small just, like, to make their day, but what did you... Fruit Punch Baby. I'll take a look at Fruit Punch Baby. Sure, we can raid Fruit Punch Baby. I'm into that. Yeah, I like, it's nice because I don't, like, I only follow so many people because I don't really spend that much time watching on Twitch because it's not my most favorite kind of media to consume. It's hard for me because I only follow so many people and frequently they're not online. But yeah, let's go raid. /raid, I said. Her name is also Emily, so she checks out. Great. Let me just pop my headphone on so I can hear her. There we go. Raid. Fruit. Fruit is a word I do know how to spell. Fruit Punch. BB. Okay, and there we go, I think. Okay. Fruit Punch, so we're raiding. Thank you everybody for watching my stream. I will be back on Wednesday for Wildlife Wednesday as usual. Alright, let's go raid!